You walk into the gym on push day, load up the bench press, and knock out your sets. You pushed hard, you got close to failure, and the weight went up from last week. By all accounts, it was a great workout. But there's one problem. You don't feel anything in your chest at all. Your shoulders are fried, your triceps are pumped. But your chest? Nothing. You've been benching consistently for months, and your bench press keeps going up, but your chest just won't grow. It's like the muscle isn't even participating in the exercise that's supposed to build it. Let's fix that. Here's what's happening. Compound movements like the bench press involve multiple muscle groups working together. Your chest, your front delts, and your triceps all contribute to pressing the bar. But your body is efficient. It's going to rely on whichever muscles are strongest and most neurally active to do the bulk of the work. For a lot of lifters, the triceps and shoulders end up dominating the bench press because those muscles have a stronger neural connection. Your brain is better at activating them, so they take over. Your chest is technically working, but it's contributing the bare minimum while your shoulders and triceps pick up the slack. This is why some lifters bench press 225 but have a chest that looks like they've never touched a weight. The muscle that should be growing from the movement isn't actually doing most of the work. And this isn't just a bench press problem. A lot of lifters can't feel their lats during rows because their biceps take over. Others can't feel their glutes during squats because their quads do everything. The target muscle is there. It's technically involved, but it's not pulling its weight. And more importantly, you can't feel it doing anything. The mind-muscle connection is non-existent. So how do you fix this without changing your entire program? The solution is to add what's called a primer set before your main compound movement. This is just one set of an isolation exercise that specifically targets the muscle you struggle to feel. And here's the thing, you add it before your heavy compound lift, not after. The goal of a primer set is not to fatigue the muscle, it's to wake it up. You want to use a moderate weight for a moderate number of reps, and you want to focus entirely on feeling the target muscle contract. By the time you're done, that muscle should feel activated and ready to work, like it's been switched on. When you then move to your compound movement, you'll notice something immediately. The muscle you just primed is suddenly much easier to feel working. Your brain has a stronger connection to it because you just spent one set isolating it and focusing on the contraction. Now, when you bench press, your chest is actually engaged from rep 1. Let's walk through what this looks like for the most commonly unfelt muscles. If your chest never seems to work during bench press, start your push day with one set of cable flies. Use a moderate weight, something you could do 15 reps with, but only do 10 to 12. Don't try to take the set to failure. Instead, focus entirely on squeezing your chest at the peak of every rep. Feel the stretch at the bottom, feel the squeeze at the top. Don't rush it, then go bench. If your lats disappear during rows and pull-ups and your biceps do all the work, start your pull day with one set of straight arm pull-downs. This exercise isolates the lats completely because your arms stay straight. Your biceps can't take over. Use a light to moderate weight, pull with your elbows, and focus on feeling that stretch and contraction in your lats. Then, go do your barbell rows. If your glutes don't fire during squats and your quads take over the movement, start your leg day with one set of hip thrusts or cable kickbacks. Use moderate weight and squeeze hard at the top for a full second on every rep. Get the glutes firing and get that neural pathway lit up, then go squat. Now, there's a very important distinction here. Primer sets are not the same thing as pre-exhaustion. Pre-exhaustion is a technique where you intentionally fatigue a muscle with isolation work before a compound, forcing the fatigued muscle to work harder during the compound. This can be useful, but it also means you'll be weaker on your main lift, which means less weight on the bar and less overall stimulus. This is not the goal of a primer set. Primer sets are the opposite. You're not trying to tire the muscle out, you're trying to turn it on. The weight should feel easy. You should finish your primer sets feeling more connected to the target muscle, not more fatigued. If your primer sets are making you weaker on your compound, you're going too heavy or doing too many reps. Think of it like this. If you've ever tried to use a muscle that's been asleep, like when your leg falls asleep and you try to walk on it, you know that the muscle technically works, but the signal is weak and clumsy. A primer set is like shaking the muscle awake, so that when it's time to do real work, the signal is clear and strong. It's important to remember that primer sets are optional. If you already feel your chest working during bench press, your lats firing during rows, and your glutes engaging during squats, you don't need primer sets. They're a tool for lifters who have a weak mind-muscle connection with a specific muscle group, and they're most useful for the muscles that are hardest to feel: chest, lats, and glutes being the three biggest offenders. If you do feel all your muscles working fine during compounds, your time is better spent just getting to your heavy lifts and pushing hard. Don't add primer sets because you think you're supposed to. Only add them if you've identified a specific muscle that isn't pulling its weight. And honestly, if you're adding primer sets before every compound lift on every workout, you're probably performing the lift incorrectly, or you have severe muscle imbalances that should be addressed separately in your program. The primer set is a tool, and it's not meant to be a crutch. Ultimately, getting stronger over time on the core compound movements like bench press, overhead press, deadlifts, rows, pull-ups, and squats is going to be what actually drives long-term muscle growth. To track your progress and make sure you're actually getting stronger over time, use Bench. Bench is free to download and use, and it lets you log every set of every exercise you do. This way, you'll never have to guess what you did last time. Bench also keeps track of your multi-rep maxes, so you can easily track your progression at higher rep ranges. When you break a record, Bench will let you know. And Bench automatically calculates your weekly volume across all the muscle groups and for every exercise, so you can be sure you're developing all the muscle groups evenly. It's the perfect tool for lifters who want to fine-tune their training and get the most out of every workout. Bench is completely free to download and use and is available on both iOS and Android. I'll leave a link in the description so you can download the app. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.